It was fighting for disgust, difficulty, disability, defeat, death. Everything is what she was facing. This happened when? This happened on April 11th, 2011. Now we fast forward May 21st, 2013. The lady's name, Arunima Sinha. What does she do? She scales, summits Mount Everest in 52 grueling days. She's an amputee on one side, has implants on the other side, pelvic fracture, abdominal injury, chest injury, polytraumatized, got out of it, was in hospital for a very, very long period of time. Less than 2 years post such a massive injury with a disability, orthopedically handicapped, scales Mount Everest 52 days. What is different in this lady? How did she manage it? She managed it to an extent where she's gone even a step further. She's not just there, she's written her experience, she's shared it with us, she's spoken at various forums all over the world and our country, inspiring us with the way she is. 3rd of December is now regarded as the day of instability for disabled persons all over the world. What did she do? How is she different from any one of us? And why is she different? She scaled 7 peaks in all the continents which are available today. She's now looking at going to Antarctica and the Arctic, walking in some way and doing something which is almost impossible. I scratch my head, I go back to my ancestors, and I've been thinking and I share these thoughts with it. How am I doing? What am I doing? Where am I going? Where am I failing that this lady with all these disabilities, whom I can just treat, has actually outstripped all of us? And I am now convinced we have fear, which is false evidence appearing real. And we have to move from fear to faith. And faith is full assurance in the heart. Ladies and gentlemen, dream big. If our dreams don't scare us, if we are not vulnerable each day that we get up and do our surgeries or do anything that is important, then it's too small. I shift continents. I now move to Australia. This is in Australia. This place is called Cliff Young Park. And there is this very odd looking, dirty looking sculpture. It's something that looks ugly. It looks like a gumboot. And why the hell would somebody make a gumboot in the middle of a beautiful park? Well, it's named after him. It's called the Cliff Young Park. And that's the gumboot. And there is this memorial next to it, dedicated in the memory of Cliff Young, potato farmer and athlete from Beach Forest. He's no more. He also passed away in the month of November. In 1983, I was just in med school, age 61, Cliff Young won the inaugural 875-kilometer Westfield Sydney to Melbourne ultra marathon. Sydney to Melbourne. In 5 days, 15 hours and 4 minutes, becoming a national hero. He trained on his farm, chasing cattle in gumboots and starting the race wearing the unusual footwear which has now become a part of this national image. The way he ran is called the Cliff Young Shuffle, and it has been adopted by many ultramarathoners thereafter. For many years, Cliff was a familiar sight around, and he went on to win many, many such competitions, but started at the age of 61. I've still got 2 years to get there. This is the way he ran. This is the way he was seen running around all over the countryside. And what did we have to get from him? 61-year-old Cliff was an ultramarathoner, broke the record by 2 days. He had no formal training, ran without sleep, beat sponsored young athletes. And what did he say when it all ended? He remarked that the race wasn't easy. That's all that he said. Fridtjof Nansen, 100 years back, a Norwegian explorer, sent something which was then repeated by Don Bradman many years later. Difficult is what takes a little time. The impossible is what takes a little longer. It's originally Fridtjof Nansen. If you go to the Melbourne cricket ground, it's written there in Don Bradman's handwriting as well. Believe me, nothing is impossible. You can knock the INM out. And I now share what I have learned in orthopedics from 1986 when I entered as a young resident to 2022 where I stand before you. I have learned that we can get beyond disgust, defeat, disability, and death. And we can share this Ram Sutra with dedication, determination, discipline, and devotion. There are tips and tricks which I share with you, a few which you can actually think, rethink. It's nothing new. You've heard them earlier. I'm only showing you a mirror. I'm just giving you a reminder. Expect more from yourself. You're competing with yourself. You're not competing with anybody else. You have to be better today than you were yesterday. You have to be better tomorrow than you are today. Expect more from yourself. Sergey Bubka, we've all heard of this man. He was that pole vault champion when I was in my college days. But what's so great about him? He's not just remembered for his 6 consecutive World Championship gold medals, but 35 times that he broke his own world record. Gentlemen, expect more from yourself. Go beyond that imaginary finishing line. Mediocres accept, champions go higher, deeper, and far beyond. Quitters never win, winners never ever quit. They don't do different things, they do the same thing differently. They literally raise the bar, as Sergey Bubka did. Compete with yourself each day. You're not competing with anybody else. You're not here to prove, you're here to improve. And have trust in yourself. A sentence which I use every day. It's 10 words of 2 letters each. Repeat it. If it is to be, it is up to me. That's all that we have to follow. And doing this, aspire to inspire till you expire. Challenge the status quo. Apple did it. We can also do it. Who's this? Well, people my age or slightly older remember this lady. She was a heartthrob. Her name, Nadia Comaneci. The event, Montreal Olympics 1976. What's so odd, unusual about this lady? It's the last slide to the right. Look at that last slide to the right. It says 1.00. Ladies and gentlemen, till that day, no human had gone beyond 9.99 in any performance in gymnastics, athletics, anything that you may call. This lady got a 10 from all the 5 judges. There was no way that a 10 could come up on this so-called electronic board, so it showed as 1.00. Aspire to inspire till you expire. Zero defect, precision, and sustained excellence is possible. How does it start? It starts by refusing for anything short of the best. Lack of excellence should hurt us. It should then instruct us. It should then help us create. And then this creation will then lead us to excellence. Always aspire to inspire in silence. The words silent and listen are anagrams. They have the same letters. Listen and be silent. Let your work speak for you. Challenge the status quo. Nobody wins all the time. Nobody loses all the time. Muhammad Ali, Michael Jordan, Pele. They're all legends. And I quote one of them, that's Michael Jordan. I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over and over again in my life. That is why I succeed. Michael Jordan is regarded as one of the topmost basketballers in the NBA ever. Nobody wins all the time. Nobody loses all the time. Mistakes will happen. Accept them. Say sorry. It could be helplessness. It could be negligence. Treat short-time setbacks as maturity gained and short-time successes as motivation. Let them be there. Good results come from experience. Experience only comes from bad results. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of success. Defeat is not when you fall down. It's when you refuse to get up on a count of 10. Till 9, Muhammad Ali got up and became world champion. Cassius Clay, you have a chance to get up. Always remember what Samuel Beckett said. Ever tried, ever failed, no matter. Try again, fail better. And live the way like this living legend, Ratan Tata. The greatest pride is to grow in your own eyes. The greatest setback is to fall in your own eyes. And I take you to my favorite sport, which is religion in our country, which is cricket all over again. 2003, Virendra Sehwag, a guy whom I've loved just for the way he is. You may never play for India again. Whose loss is that? Sehwag was asked this. He used to always emulate, mimic, copy, have a role model in Sachin Tendulkar. And what did he do on that day, 29th of March 2004? He converted that subconscious doubt into subconscious belief. And I quote, जब पाकिस्तान के खिलाफ मुल्तान में 294 पर बैटिंग कर रहा था, मैंने सचिन से कहा, अगर सकलेन मुश्ताक ओवर करने अभी आएंगे तो मैं पहली ही बॉल पर 6 मारूंगा, और मैंने वैसा ही किया. Ladies and gentlemen, subconscious doubt to subconscious belief. 219, fastest ever 200, 319. Nobody's gone beyond in our country. The greatest pride is to grow in your own eyes. The greatest setback is to fall in your own eyes. Avoid words like always, never. Make few commitments, live up to them. Reduce subconscious doubt, increase subconscious belief. Do what you say, then you can achieve what you dream. Always remember, you have to be a part of the solution. You cannot be a part of the problem. My busiest slide, because there is fact in this. 1998, Ratan Tata, who's come up with the Tata Indica, against everybody's advice, is now in a fix because the vehicle is not doing too well. And he has been advised by his inner Katori to go and sell the complete business. He goes from Mumbai to London, London to New York, New York to Detroit. Why Detroit? Because Detroit has the Ford headquarters. They're the leading car manufacturers in the world. He goes there to sell this automobile experiment, if they were calling it, to him. And what does Bill Ford say to him there? Why did you enter the passenger car business when you were not knowing anything about it? It will be a favor if we buy this business from you. Ratan Tata listened silently, got up, requested his colleagues to join him. Detroit, New York, Mumbai, back to Bombay House, which is Tata head office. Fast forward 10 years, 2008, Ford is on its way to bankruptcy. Same Ford. Tata Group offers to buy Ford, luxury car division, Jaguar Land Rover. Bill Ford, same gentleman, along with his team, reaches Bombay House, headquarters of Tata Group. In that meeting, Bill Ford says to Ratan Tata, you are doing a big favor to us by buying Jaguar Land Rover. Jaguar Land Rover is a success story of the Tata Group today. No decisions are right or wrong. I don't believe in taking right decisions. I believe in taking decisions and making them right. After you take the decision, you have to work hard towards making it right. Please remember, none can destroy iron, but its own rust can. People around you can make you what you are and can break you. Happened to Gurav, happened to Kamli, did not happen to Sachin. Likewise, none can destroy a person but his own mindset, fixed mindset, non-advanced, non-growth mindset can. Always be a part of the solution. The better you are, the more useful you are at the top. Seek to be a leader, never a follower. Success is never somehow, it is how. Planning the details of the process. You should have situational leadership. Whatever happens, there will be a solution. Kapil Dev, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, they stand out. You were born to lead. What is this? This is 6.14 Sergei Bubka, the world record which stood for 21 years. Finally, 6.16 Renault Levellini leaped 6.15 and then 6.16 in a Ukrainian home city of his. And the first person to congratulate Renault Levellini was Sergei Bubka. 21 years this record stood. Has it stood still longer? No, it has not. This year, that record has been broken 5 times. Sergi Bubka, then Reno Levellini, then Armand Duplantis, Armand Duplantis, Armand Duplantis, Armand Duplantis, Armand Duplantis, 24th July 2022. He is now emulating Sergi Bubka. He is breaking his own record. Remember, you were born to lead. You cannot just give up. What is possible for one man is possible for all men. What one man can do, another man can do better. Ladies and gentlemen, you're all seated here because you were the leading sperm. Who knows it better than us? You were never a follower, you were a leader. Even as a sperm, you were not a follower. Live up to your inheritance. It's time to move ahead. Remember that in pushing the lower, the higher delights. What's the meaning of this? Is going back to school, biology. What's this to the left and what's there to the right? It's a caterpillar turning into a butterfly. This is called transformation. Goes through the cocoon stage, extremely painful. Just when the caterpillar thought that it was the end of the world, the butterfly was born. Ladies and gentlemen, struggle, suffering, challenges are a part of life. When man is being pushed, there's someone somewhere higher who's delighting. Caterpillar is being pushed, a butterfly is being born. Every time the man is pushed, the creator is delighting. There's always an instinct that we have from within between pain and pleasure, and a conscience between right and wrong. It is our limbic cortex and the neocortex which are fighting with each other. Limbic is what gives us our intuitions, the instincts, and the strategic thinking comes from the neocortex. There's always that flux. Always go with the intuition from within rather than the tuition from the outside. Someone within you knows the right answer. Remember, you are an instrument of a much higher force. Who is this? Hari Prasad Chaurasya. What is he playing? The flute. Music comes through the flute, not from the flute. Life will be music forever if you understand and believe this. Surgery is not done by us. We are instruments in somebody else's hands. That's all. You are an instrument of a much higher source, a much higher force. Have a belief system. You don't have to sort of go about and tell the world about what your belief system is. You don't have to go and make the world convert to it, justify it, preach it. No, not at all. Just keep it within it. Be with it. You may call it good, God, something, somebody. Surrender to it, give in to it, have faith in it, full assurance in the heart. Meditation is in nothing, but belief system is in everything. Om Bhurбhuvah Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yone Prachodayat. Inshallah, Jo Bole So Nihal. Our Father in heaven, holy be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as in heaven. We only represent him. You can give it any name, any face. I have my belief system, my Father. I know that without him, I cannot. I know without me, he will not. And he and I, anything in this world is possible. I do not worship anything beyond this. Ladies and gentlemen, finally maintain balance in life. Overcome Duryodhan's predicament. There's a Duryodhan in each one of us. What is this Duryodhan in each one of us? We all know from Mahabharata. Duryodhan said something when Krishna Bhagavan came to him and he said, I know what is right. I cannot indulge in it. I know what is wrong. I cannot avoid it. We all have a Duryodhan in us. 5%, 10%. Some of us are 100% Duryodhan reincarnate. Remember that. Maintain a work-life balance. Practice a 50-minute hour, 10 minutes, just keep it to yourself, 6 days a week. Some people are going to 4 days and 3 days a week. All right, let go. Let go of your ego. Laugh, cry, be happy. Enjoy these aha moments. It's not that we live only once, we die only once, we live each day, live it. Don't just think about that last day in life. Do one more right thing. Gali dena chhod do. Forget the cuss words. Cigarette chhod do. Quit smoking. I've done all these things. I'm sharing it with you. Stop breaking signals. Yeah, small little red light. You can't stop there. Move from majority honesty to pristine honesty. What is majority honesty? Majority honesty is when 3 of us stop at the red light. look at each other, smile, one breaks the light and the other two break. That's majority honesty. What is pristine honesty? 3 a.m., red light, no traffic. You wait for the red to turn to amber and to green and then move across. Move from majority honesty to pristine honesty. Do what is right, not what is easy. Integrity is doing the right thing even when no one is watching. And always there will be this trichotomy between the heart, the head, and the hands. That's all that we have in this world. It's these three things that we have to balance: the head on one side, the heart on the other side, and the hands in between. And to do that, we have to start with why. There has to be a why in everything. Why is the purpose of doing something? How is the process of doing something? And what is the final product? Whether it's a surgical decision, whether it's a life decision. हम minimally invasive surgery करेंगे. That's the product. Why the hell are you doing the surgery? Begin with that. The purpose of the surgery, then the process, and finally the product, not the other way around. Maintain this balance. There is a clarity of why, that's the purpose, discipline of how. The process has to be the same. That's what was discussed today by Dr. Tanna and everybody. The process has to be the same. And consistency. If you go by why, you know why you need to operate, how you need to operate, your final outcome will be excellent every time. This will create trust. Maintain balance, create trust. Why is just the belief? How is the action that realizes the belief? And what's the result of that action? With all these three in balance, trust is built and value is perceived. Ladies and gentlemen, Anil Gurav lost hope. Belief brought Sachin and Vinod to the Indian scene. But over a period of time, all of us do not have equal talent, but all of us have equal opportunity to develop our talents. These two were regarded as the ultimate, but their final destination changed because one from hope went to hopeless, the other one could not live up to the belief, and the final trust only came with Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar. Truth and transparency develop trust. Remember, when we were born, we cried and the world rejoiced. When we die, the world should cry and we should rejoice. We all came unknown, but when we finish, we need to finish unforgettable. I have used my hands. You may love me or you may hate me. If you love me, I shall be in your heart forever. But if you hate me, I shall be in your head for much, much longer. Ladies and gentlemen, to quote Winston Churchill, success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Thank you very much for a patient hearing.
Thank you, Dr. Ramchatter, sir.
Lights on, please. Now I will request Dr. Ramchatter sir to please come forward and give the citation. With this, we came to the end of today's session. Now I request all of you to please stay for our inauguration ceremony, just in short while. Since we are reasonably late, we will have a very short inauguration ceremony. It will be followed by a cultural evening and a banquet.
ऊपर तो बुलाएंगे, ऊपर सबको बुलाएंगे और सब जो है वेलकम स्टोर करवा लें, वो करा लें और फिर उनकी बुक रिलीज कराएं। सिर्फ 2 लोग बोलेंगे, क्यों? ऑर्गेनाइजिंग चेयरमैन तो बोलेंगे कल। हाँ, ये बताइए ऑर्गेनाइजिंग चेयरमैन को उसके बाद आपको नहीं बोलेंगे, अभी बुक रिलीज होगी। सेक्रेटरी बोलेंगे, अनुज बोलेंगे, गेस्ट ऑफ ऑनर बोलेंगे। फिर आप पहले वो लैंप लगाइए। हाँ, लैंप कहाँ है? कहाँ गए? शम्स कहाँ है? कहाँ बुलाओ ना, लड़के कौन लड़के हैं? बहुत लेट हो गया ना, बहुत लेट हो गया। और भी देखो, हाँ तुम लोग नहीं निकलो नहीं, तुम 5 मिनट बोलना पड़ेगा, तुम्हें 9:30 पे निकलना है, 9:15 बजे खाना 9:25 पे 2 मिनट हाई तो करके जाओगे ना, तुम्हारा बोलेंगे कैसे की वोट देना है वो आप नहीं शक्ल दिखानी जरूरी। जब 5% लोग सब काट दिया, सब आशावादी काट खाना रेडी है ना? खाना रेडी है, इसमें दौड़ते हुए आप में से बोलना है किसको है? खाली बोलेंगे बस, रेडी को वेलकम कर देंगे। वेलकम ये वो बीच में आप बोल देना, तुम 2 मिनट बोल देंगे, क्या बोलेंगे आप बोल दीजिएगा, हम बोल दीजिए दोबारा हटा दें मेरे लिए, तो मैं कुछ नहीं बोल रहा एज यूपी के उससे बोल दीजिए 2 लाइन संतोष बस को देना, संतोष का बोल नहीं हटा दो, नहीं बोल संतोष को बोल रहे 2 लाइन सब लोग बोला जो है जो फाइनल है संतोष सिंह गेस्ट ऑफ ऑनर आपने कटवा दिया, चीफ गेस्ट हां गेस्ट ऑफ ऑनर ऑर्गेनाइजिंग लैंप ए सुनिए आओ जी हम करें ए सुनील मेज लाओ कर सकते हैं जो तार बार निकल जाए, नहीं गड़बड़ा जाए। नमन इसको देख लो।